Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Milan Weekly Podcast channel, the English voice of Milan fans all over the world. We discuss all things AC Milan with no filter, no BS. If you love AC Milan, and like we do, please do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you're up to date with all of our latest videos. Make sure you share with everybody you know. Help us get up to 3K subscribers. We're on the march. We're almost there. Follow us everywhere else. Patreon, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere, baby. On tonight's show, well, me and Gio are back. It's our season premiere. And tonight we're going to be talking about the game against Bologna. We're going to be talking about the debut of Captain America, Christian Pulisic. We're going to talk about Rudolph, reindeer coming through and delivering gifts. While also, we're going to talk about Giroud. Don't write him off just yet, and how we feel about the other new players' performances. And, of course, should we be worried about our defense? All these questions will be answered tonight. And we got more stuff coming. We got questions from our Patreon. We're also going to recap the rest of Serie A. We're going to get Gio's camera to stay up straight. And we're also going to talk about busted Calcio tweets. We got so much more Serie A fantasy going on. The Fanta Calcio is back. Guys, so much to get into. But tonight, me and Gio, we're going to rock with you all the way. Gio, are you ready, baby?
I'm ready, Freddie. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Welcome to Milan Coast to Coast.
Welcome to Milan Coast to Coast with your hosts, Gio and Fabio.
Benvenuti nella casa Giroud in area, si gira, sinistro, rete, gol, capolavoro di Olivier Giroud.
Mignon with another magical save. Coast to coast del numero 19. Leao carica il boccino. Eccolo qua, Rafa Leao.
Welcome back. Let's get us in here. Gio, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Milan Coast to Coast on the Milan Weekly Podcast channel. I'm Fabio, joined by my partner, Gio. Ooh, and we back, baby, just like our Milan's back. Gio, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, Fabio. I'm feeling like we never left, baby. The summer came and gone. Now the pumpkin spice lattes are out. Now that means that Milan is ready to roll, baby.
You're damn right, baby. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment, and we're going to get you through all of the Serie A news. We got Fanta Calcio coming later, so much more. But let's start off. We got to start where we start, baby. Milan Bologna, we went there, and we took care of business. Let's bring the graphic up that Sonny made us. There it is, baby. 2-0. What a way to start. We were the final game of the week. We saw what all the big teams did. We're going to go through that a little bit later. But our Milan came out. We looked a little slow at first, but we got it together. And within the first 24 minutes, we had 2 goals on the board. And you can thank your red, white, and blue stars, baby, for Christian Pulisic, because he made an outstanding performance. Besides having the hockey assist, which is the pass that led to the pass that led to the goal in the first one, he came through with a little one-touch with Giroud and had that second one. I mean, he had everybody singing, baby. G, what'd you think about this game when you watched it?
Now, Fabio, like the first couple minutes, Bologna, they were on us. I think in the first, 30 seconds, I think Ferguson hit that shot wide. And I was like, okay, here we go again. Like that meme. That GTA meme. Here we go again.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Then the team started getting into that groove. Fabio started getting into that groove. And then, shoo, then we see Captain America pass the ball. I'm thinking it's going out of bounds, but wait up. Who comes to deliver Christmas? Who comes to deliver gifts during Christmas? And it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He sticks out his leg. He shows his athleticism and his technique. And he passes it back into the center of the field. And there's Giroud to score it in. And then I'm saying we cooking. We cooking. And then once again, 10 minutes later, who is it? It's Captain America again. 1, 2, 1, 2, tres pa'lante. They was playing bachata on Bologna. Him and Giroud, they were playing that bachata, and then boom, wonder strike. And that just shows the class. And I want to give credit to Pulisic, man, because I've been saying the whole summer, that he's not good on the right wing. Put him at the 10, put him at the cam. And maybe he's like AI. Practice? Preseason? Nah, regular games, this is when I show up. So, man, I just want to give a shout out to him because he shows that him and Chukwueze are going to battle it out during the whole season.
Oh,
so very good.
Gee, if somebody would have told you were going to get the right winger you were dreaming of the whole offseason, and you're going to end up with Christian Pulisic on there too, I mean, what a comeback for the right wing side. I mean, it's been a ghost town for 2 years, and now we possibly have two studs there. I mean, I wasn't overly fond of what I saw from Pulisic in the preseason, but during the game, man, and you can kind of see a little bit towards that last, I guess, scrimmage or whatever it was, preseason game that they had, he kind of started to figure out a little better. So I think the synergy between him and Giroud is going to be something that works well, and at least we got depth, man. I'm happy for the most part. 2-0. I kept saying it even at a halftime. I needed to see a clean sheet, and they came through. So overall, pretty happy, man. You know what me and G do. We're not just done. We don't want to just glaze over the game. We got to get deep, all right? And we got to grade these bastards. Let them know how good they did or if they came up short. This year, usually we do the A, B, C, D, F. We don't do that no more. We go in numbers. Straight numbers, no half points. So, G, let's start with Mike Mignon. What's the grade you give him out of 10?
I mean, Magic, he made the saves when he needed to make. I mean, what? Did he really have any trouble? So I'm going to just give him an 8, Fabio. I mean, to my end, I mean, that's Magic, best goalkeeper in the world, Magic Mike. I'm going to give him an 8.
I would agree with that, man. I'm living around the 7 to 8 marks. I could go with 8. I think that's fair. He handled the shots that were at him. One did ricochet, hit the bar, but what can you do about that? I mean, he saved the ones that came at him. He didn't leave any spillage to cause any trouble. He distributed the ball well. I mean, for me, solid performance from Mike. All right, let's go with the captain because he's been getting bombarded since this game happened. People just sleeping, saying that Calabria's time is coming if he doesn't shape up defensively. He didn't look great. What's your overall score? Because I got him at about a 6.
Nah, Fabio. To me, I got him at a 0, man. He got exposed. He can't even defend no more.
Tough grade,
no, Fabio. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Like, I've been defending him the whole summer. I've been saying, like, you know what? Like, the constructive criticism or the bad mouthing of him was bad, and then he just like comes and. Did you see when Ferguson like spin him inside out? He did the bachata merengue move on him. He didn't even know what the heck he was listening to. So to me, Calabria, big disappointment. I mean, even I'm not trying to go forward, but even the other one that replaced him when he came out didn't look good. But I mean, they got to get it together, man, both of them. But Calabria, big disappointment. I've been backing him, and people have been saying it's time to move on. And if he keeps on putting performances like that where he can't even defend, Fabio, like, he's supposed to be able to defend, Fabio. And that was his strong suit. And now he's getting turned inside out. He's doing they doing the hokey pokey on him.
Look at this bastard. Already he started. Davey, cut it out, Davey. We haven't got to him yet. I'm going with 6, man. I don't know how I think they automatically give him a 4 just for putting the jersey on. You say screw that. You immediately got a 0. So Calabria, not looking so hot, but for me, I thought it was a 6. He didn't do anything too bad. He didn't look fantastic by all means, but serviceable enough. Hopefully, when he plays a better competition, he straightens out like he did. All right, let's go to the Vibranium Malik Chow. I know you love this guy, so I'm going to let you go first. What did you think about his overall performance in this one?
I'm gonna give him a 7, Fabio. I think he did really good, but bro, how can you not be fit? How can you not last 90 minutes as a defender? Like Child, very big. That's the only disappointment. That he was gassed out and doing all that. But you know what I like? That he was recovering for Tomori. So 7. I'm gonna give him a 7, and he's gonna grow, Fabio. I mean, this is what I want from this guy. Like a lot of people said that he wasn't good, this and this, but when Bayern Munich and Real Madrid are after you, I mean, you gotta have some talent, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna give him a 7, but I need him to get fit. I need him to get fit, man. You can't be in the first game. You're a defender, bro.
It was hot, bro. It was hot. It's still warm in Italy right now. So that's probably the conditioning on that. They're still taking cooling breaks and shit. I had him at a 7. I think you're looking at my sheet. So let's move on to Tomori, man. I think Tomori definitely was the more struggling of the center backs. Tomori, he's got a lot of pressure on him, man. Everybody's kind of knows Tomori has his moments where he lacks concentration or makes a silly mistake. And I felt he didn't do anything too bad on this one. So I had him at a 6. But what's your overall opinion of Tomori's game?
Nah, Fabio, a 5 to me. I was gonna give him a 4, but I'm gonna just give him a standard 5 because he's still making those dumb passes that are gonna put us in danger. Those passes that, come on, dude, boot it out. Why are you trying to go short when there's like 3 defenders around Theo or in the midfield vicinity for them to press us and take the ball away? 5 for Tomori. Stop doing those. He did all that all preseason, Fabio. Those dumb passes that put us under pressure. So 5 for Tomori. You lucky you got a 5.
Oof, he's rough, bro. I mean, I'm going with Anthony. Anthony agrees. It's 6. Nico's saying 5 for Tomori. He's a vet and needs to do better getting his defense in order. All right, fair enough, man. Fair points. All right, let's move to the last of the defenders. Theo Hernandez. I had him at a 6. Nothing spectacular. He did have 1 or 2 moments where, again, he looked very suspect in defense. It looked like their right back and right wing were kind of doing some damage on him, making him look a little silly, but nothing terrible happened. No bad result from it. So for me, I have him at a 6. Look, Davey's at a 5. God knows what you're about to say, Gio.
What I'm gonna say, Fabio, I'm gonna give him a 4 because I don't know what's up with him. I mean, he was doing those runs, but then once again, Fabio, like when he's making a run, he made one sweet pass, but I don't know, Theo, he's all over the place. So I just hope it's just fitness, and then he could get his head down. I don't know what's going on with him, but he had a bad preseason. And did you see him go up a level from those bad preseasons? Because I didn't. And I mean, Theo is my favorite player.
You're 100% right about that one.
So I mean, shoot. So it is what I have to grade him hard, Fabio. Like that's my favorite player. So I don't want people to say Gio bias, Gio this. Nah. Gio gonna give you real facts. I don't care if he's my favorite player, number 4.
I think all the people in the chat know that if they went to like go sign up for a school and they had to like register for classes and Professor Gio came up, everybody's dropping that shit. That you grade too hard, bro. You're failing everybody. Every little mistake. One problem wrong, Gio just got you out the class. You're taking summer school. You're out of here. Frank had a good point before we move on. Don't forget that the air conditioner in the visitors' locker room was apparently broken, that they actually didn't go inside. They stayed on the field during halftime. So it's just Serie being fantastic. Great infrastructure there with their stadiums that we're actually playing at Bologna and they don't even have air conditioning for us. That's awesome, especially when you need it most in the summer. Let's move to our midfield. Let's go to one of our new signings. Ruben Left Ass Cheek. What'd you think about his performance?
I didn't think he did bad, Fabio, but I didn't really notice him on the field like that, So, I'm gonna just give him a standard 5. I didn't really see what anything, Fabio, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you know what? I had him at a 6 because I thought he didn't really make much of an impact in the game. But I think he's gonna grow, and again, it was his first Serie A game. I think he's gonna grow. At the time, I think he did Serviceable 6 would be fair. What'd you say? 5? 5?
Yeah, 5, Fabio, 5.
You grade hard, bro. I swear. If they put your grades in the newspaper, people be having a conniption every week. Look, Vince saying 7 look good, but can show a lot more. As he did in the preseason, he has a lot of potential. This Anthony's going 6.5. He's breaking our rules already. Alex had 6. Mark was saying our right side was firing because our left was lackluster. It would have been a disaster last season. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right there. So I think Loftus-Cheek wasn't that bad. You're a little harsh there. So I'm going with a 6. You went 5. We're going to lean my way because I think everybody else is leaning my way. Oh, Davey, look at him. Look at 7. All right, he must be because he's just playing next to Krunic, so automatically his points go up. All right, let's get to Krunic, the Bosnian bomber. Let's go to Krunic. What say you about Krunic? Me, I'm going to go with a 7. Honestly, I don't think he was bad. He was more defensive. That was his objective last game. And listen, man, he's a pro. He goes out there, does what he needs to do. You can't. It's not an 8 or 9 for sure. He didn't score no goal, didn't make an assist. But for me, I thought a 7 would be fair for him. Look, Davey's already off the chain again, -10. I mean, get help, Davey. Get help. Gio, what say you about Mr. Krunic? I know. Don't go on a soliloquy about
Krunic, you know what?
Save the rest of whatever you're gonna say for later for the next segment.
Krunic actually, I think he did a good job. He did. I'm gonna give him a 7, Fabio. He did a good job. He was doing a lot of good smooth little passes and stuff like that. All
right, there you go.
But that's Krunic for you. He could have a worldie one day and then not have a good game the next game. But that's Krunic for you. But I like that how he played and everything. I think he played good. I'm not a hater, Fabio. I'm not from New York City, that's hating on everybody.
All right. Listen, let's not hate. That's what Davey's doing up there, him and his bagels. All right. Let's move on to the other star. One of our stars that we picked up came out right out of the sky with his red nose, right from the North Pole. Rudolph Tijani Reindeers. All right. Reindeers, whatever his name is, forget it. His name is Reindeer. That's what it is. He's going to be galloping all across the sky into the net, scoring goals and passes. Unbelievable. Tijani, my man, I give him a solid 8. He was great. Thank God he got on the end of the first initial pass and got it over to Giroud to get the first goal. But I think the kid was lively. He's just showing that he is a great pickup. All right. Put away your Cardinale BS. Look at the players we've gotten. We've got some great players right now. I think a solid 8. What say you?
Tijani, man, shout out to him, man. What have I been saying since we've done Coast to Coast, Fabio? I said we need a Flying Dutchman, and boy, oh boy, he is a Flying Dutchman. To me, I say he's a 9, Fabio. I mean, he's the one that's the most fit in the club. I think they said that he ran 13.2 kilometers.
Wow.
He outran everybody on the team. So you know who's eating good. You know who's disciplined. So shout out to Tijani, 9. I would give you a 10, but I could only give you a 10 if you had a goal because you deserved one. So I love him, and he's gonna be a fan favorite already. You could already tell. I mean, I can't wait for him to explode this season.
Yeah, no, I'm going 8. I know you said 9. We're kind of meeting at that 8.5 mark, but again, I feel like 9, 10, those are spectacular performances. He was a good performance, showing that he's going to grow and get better and better. 100% pass rate, that's an 8 score right there on the dot, man. I don't know about 9. Again, 9 got to be a goal, maybe an assist. If you get a dupleta, you get to the 9, but you get a hat trick, then you're in the 10 mark. Now we talking, all right? That's how Fabio grades. Gio's drunk when he's grading. You don't know what he's putting up there. Reindeers gets 20 out of 5 Madonas. All right, pure class. I like it. All right, let's move on to the front tree. All right, let's start with Captain America, Christian Pulisic, baby. Listen, you doubted him. You fucking slept on him. You said, he can't play right wing. What's he doing over here? He can't play right wing. He's going to sit on the bench. He's a fucking nobody. Well, a big spoon of that humble pie, baby. Bullshit shows you immediately he is a game changer, all right? He's not like the bums we've had before. If you want perfection, it didn't happen this game, but a pass to begin the first goal and then a great shot to get the second one. Captain America, it's a number 9, baby. Unbelievable performance. I think it's going to be hard to keep doing this every week. We'll see what happens when he faces tougher opponents. But Bologna, cut him up like a piece of steak, baby. Let's go. What you got, G? What you got? Talk your shit, because I know you're not about Americans. Don't be about it now. Don't lie to the people, G. Tell them how you really feel.
Nah, you know what, Fabio? I'm gonna give him a 10, Fabio. I mean, he
look at that.
Y'all shook me, and you could tell the class that he's gonna have. I mean, finally we have somebody that's gonna cross and not throw it into Tribuna like Salad and all these other or Macias. So like I gotta give him a 10 because I doubted him on the right wing, Fabio. So that's my grading. So he's a 9, but plus Gio extra credit, it's a 10. I think you could even tell when he scored that goal, he did like a Kobe or a Kobe. Man, a happy birthday, best Mamba. But he did like I'm here, baby, and that's what happened, man. Like shout out Pulisic, and you could tell the whole team's behind him. They want to succeed. They know he has the talent. They've known his career has got a lot of ups, a lot of downs, but now here's at Milan, and him and Leao could be the main man. And what I like about Pulisic is we got a threat on the right. And even if he cuts in the middle, Fabio, like it's dangerous. So I like that we have more presence, more quality just on the offensive. Like you can't just man mark Leao no more, because if you do, then Christian Pulisic is gonna start cooking that Croatian feast, baby.
Listen, man, I mean, this is just something that in the future, during the season, if everybody stays healthy, like Davey just mentioned, more attacking options. So when Leao is having a bit of a spell, needs a game off, here's a chance to put Pulisic on the left side, bring in Chukwueze, let them both run wild out there. It's going to be unbelievable, man. Solid performance, Christian. We need to keep it going, baby. All right, let's go to the other side. Rafael Leao. Now, let me start with this one. This is the hardest score that I gave. I gave him a 5 because it was a very lackluster performance. He didn't really have anything going on. But thank God, unlike the old Milan, we're still able to overcome not having anything from Leao or even Theo Hernandez from that side. And we did decently. So for me, I give him a 5. I think it's not a great performance. He's going to have a lot to lift up. Yeah, I mean, people are going 6. I went a little lower. I just thought, for his level of player and what we hope to get from him, yeah, he did hit a post. You're right, Ponchi. And he actually, from highlights that I've seen, he could have got a penalty from that one because it looks like one of their defenders puts an arm down. So for me, I'm changing my score. I'm going with 6. You're right. I forgot that post shot. That actually either gets a handball or goes in. And now we're super happy with Leao. So I'll go 6. What do you say?
I think the left side was the worst side, Fabio. So
Absolutely.
I'm gonna give him a 4, Fabio. That run doesn't do nothing for me because that's the only thing he did during the game. Did you notice him do something else?
Yeah,
he was losing balls. He was doing a lot of things. Him and Dale, real disappointment. But that's now we got different quality. We got Tajani. We got Pulisic. We got a butt cheeks over there. We got Rade Krunic when he wants to be world class. Okay, he's not world class, but one day out of the universe, he could have a world class type of game.
When that money's on the line, he's playing like
yeah. But yeah, not to me a 4. I mean, because the quality and everything, opening game, he was putting up the tweets that he was ready, he was hungry. This season, this and this is the ball. I can tell you was hungry. I know Tajani was hungry, but not you. So for the quality, I mean, it's a 4, to be honest with you, it's a 4, Fabio. Very disappointing.
I mean, I'm going 5, 6. I'm somewhere over there. Anthony's saying the left side opens the right side. So even if it seems like they didn't do anything, it opens everybody else. Yeah, you're right about that. But still, would have hoped to seen a little more from Leao. But it's all right. Again, this is what's great, man. This is what's great. Yeah, Leao wasn't used to not having all the attention on him. Yeah, that's probably true too. But he did have a couple of moments he just didn't lift himself up, and that's all right. Let's move on to Forever Young Olivier Giroud. Come on, baby. What you got to say? You still need another striker, but you can't do it with this old guy, Giroud, like everybody says. I'd love it when these players go out there and they tell you, shut your mouth, all right? And that's what our boy Giroud did. Besides netting the first goal, he ends up getting a little flicky, which everybody tells him, stop doing the flicks, Giroud. Stop doing the flicks. Stop doing the flicks. And then when it works, all right, Giroud, that was a good flick. Let's go, baby. Flicks and chicks. Olivier Giroud, I'm giving him an 8. I thought it was a great performance. I think 8 is fair for Ollie. He got a goal, got an assist. What more you want from the guy? Come on.
Y'all gonna really hate me. Y'all really gonna hate me because I'm gonna grade him bad, Fabio.
You're nuts. You're nuts.
No, Fabio.
I'm drug testing in your apartment or house, wherever you are. They should be drug testing in there because this is crazy talk.
Nah, Fabio, I'm messing with you. Nah, he's a 9, man. But he's a 9, man, because he hit the post. He almost had a second goal, which was woo. But he hit the post and everything, and he looked lively. It's not that people are shitting on him. They know that his time has come. He's given us a lot of games, Fabio, in 2 years at the age that he is. Like, he's been playing. You know, he was signed up to be the back for Ibra. So, yeah. To be honest with you, now that we see, hopefully, what I like now is, like, even when Pioli made the changes, as I think 75, that's good for him because that's 15 extra last minute. Remember, Pioli would leave him on the whole last season for the whole 90. He was like, he couldn't even walk anymore, and he was there. But I think that might keep him even more young and stuff like that, Fabio. So shout out to Giroud. He got a 9. I was just messing with you. I just wanted to see if you was gonna.
Because we know you.
I just wanted to know if you wanted to do the sexy red on Giroud.
I can't with you. I honestly can't, man. Shout out to Giroud singing Toto Cutugno. R.I.P. to Toto. So let's get to our subs here. All right. So we did bring in 2 more new guys. You got Okafor, Chukwueze got on there. Pobega came in, Kalulu and Kier. Did we see anything from our 2 new guys that we talked about? I mean, Pobega looked pretty decent. I'll give him that. Not enough to give any of these guys really a score. But what say you about some of our new guys?
Okay, so I'm gonna go with Chukwueze, man. I think if he starts, he's gonna really help Calabria because what I liked what he did, he tried back, Fabio. He won a couple balls. He went down, he helped Calabria, he got the balls, and that's good. A guy that could play defend and come and attack, that's gonna be amazing, especially for Calabria being kind of suspect right now. And Pobega, he got techers, Fabio. I've been telling y'all, he got tech, man. Did you see that pass on the sideline, Fabio?
Yeah,
that's Pobega, the Italian stallion. But Pobega, he came in and he did good, Fabio. But what I like from Chukwueze, I like that he comes and helps out the right back. And what I like,
Davey's saying Pobega is the Italian Krunic. He's shit.
I ain't never seen Krunic do what Pobega do, so don't ever say that again. And then Okafor came in, but you could tell these players are not used to playing with each other. So it's going to take time to gel. But I like that about Chukwueze. So he's going to be able to help the right back. And then Kyer, I mean, we can't even say anything. I mean, this Chow, like, he was out of breath. So he only came in for 5-6 minutes, Fabio. I think they subbed him in at the 88th minute. And then we got 3 extra minutes after that. So, I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, Kyer, I mean, he did what he had to do. But I like that sub so far, but they're going to have to gel, Fabio, because right now they got to earn their spot.
Yeah. Definitely. They made I believe it was 3 or 4 subs all in one time, and then the other person came in after. So interesting. Again, up to nothing. No real desire to get attacking guys out there to try to push for another goal, so it was perfectly fine. But all in all, pretty good score rating. Only one person on my sheet that was even, and that was Leao. Everybody else was fairly decent as far as I'm concerned. But that's the report card, baby. Send it home to mommy and daddy. Let them know you've been a good boy. All right, let's go on to the next segment. All right, this segment is sponsored by Fubu Canada. All right, the home of Canada, of Serie in Canada. Subscribe to Fubu TV Canada. The link is in the description. All right, baby, let's get into it. Let's bring up the match day. Let's start with the first one. Hold on, let me take my banner off. All right, so the first game, of course, was the defending champions, Napoli. They went into newly promoted Frosinone, and they were a bit in trouble at first. They ended up giving up a penalty, but they crawled back. Goal by Politano, and then, of course, 2 goals by Osimhen to seal the victory for Napoli. What was your opinion of the champions' first game?
Fabio, boy, oh boy, Frosinone's head coach, he plays a Barcelona type ball, and the first 10 to 15 minutes, Napoli didn't know what to do with them, to be honest with you. But you can't sustain that. You come in for Serie B. I mean, you can't sustain that, for the whole game. But I guess that's going to let you know that Frosinone is going to come out to play. They don't care who they're playing. They got their style of play, and they're going to play like that. They don't care if they're 1-0 up, but they're not going to try to defend the lead. And to me, Napoli, a lot of people have them falling off. But to me, the only reason that I have them in contention is Osimhen, man. That guy, he's a dog. He's a dog of a dog. And he's like shooting in angles that I don't even think the goal's going to go in, but boom, it goes in. I mean, that's the guy that's going to keep them up in contention, because I don't think anybody of the teams that are contenders have a striker like that. It's Osimhen, and then it's probably Osimhen, and then the rest right here.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. And no KK, but no problem for them. Still get the victory. All right, let's move on to the other game in the beginning of Saturday. It was Empoli hosting Verona, and Verona got the victory. I mean, last season's relegated, threatened Verona traveled, and they got a goal in the 75th minute to get them the 3 points. So it's a good start to their season. Any opinion on this one?
Oh, man. You know what? Fabio, man, Empoli, they went away from how they played last year, bro. And that's scary. If they're going to play like this, Fabio, they're getting relegated. Because usually when they face a Verona or mid-table team, they play their style. They got Bandanzi, Cancelleri, all these guys that know how to play attacking style football. But, Verona out there, they grind it out. That's Verona team. They're going to grind it out and
pick it up where they left off,
grind it out, and then boom, 1-0, and that's it. Let's go home.
Exactly.
Empoli, I'm very scared for Empoli, Fabio. If they play that disastrous calcio that they played, they're going down this year.
Yeah, I agree. But we'll see. It's only the first week. We'll see what happens. All right, so the next game of the later games on Saturday was Genoa, newly promoted, back in Serie A, hosting Fiorentina, and Fiorentina put this game away early, man. They had 4 goals before Genoa got their only goal as a consolation. Happy for Bonaventura because he got on the score sheet, but Fiorentina was looking good, hitting the ground running. What's your opinion of this one?
Fabio, Jack turned into the back of times when he was a young puppy, and he was boss in the midfield. Happy for him. And you know what? This shows that, Fiorentina is going to be up there, because usually Italiano starts slow. They sputter in their first 10 games, and then they start going on a run, and they do all this. And it was crazy to see how they were balling out. They have a lot of quality players there. And Jack turned back the time, and he was boss in the midfield. Fabio, what can we say? And, it is what it is, and I'm happy for Jack. I'm happy for Jack. Yeah. We thought he was done, but hey, man, he's eating that good food out there in Fiorentina, and I like them, Fabio. They could push. They could push now that we're seeing the Roman clubs looking kind of shaky. They could push, but they become consistent.
Don't jump the gun.
No. But I like Fiorentina how they played, and they have attacking weapons, Fabio, which I like.
All right, so let's get to the last game of Saturday night. It was Inter hosting Monza, and this one basically turned into the Lautaro Martinez show. He got an early one on 8 minutes in, and then in the last 15 minutes, he bagged the second one, and he put Monza away. What's your opinion of this game? I thought Monza was going to do a little better, but, I mean, Inter just was clearly the better team from the jump.
You know how much I rate Palladino. I want him to be future Milan coach.
That's what made me laugh when I saw.
I don't know what happened. I mean, I think they stole his superpowers and they were playing side to side calcio, and then Lautaro did what he did. But as what I gotta give credit to our cousins, our rival cousins, is they sign players and they come and hit the ground running. You seen Arnautovic, he came in.
Yeah.
What he do? Assist already. As the number 8, he comes in and he gets an assist. So I can't hate on them. They did what they had to do, and they control the game, and they look like they're gonna be a force again this year. To be as a title contender.
Yeah, and I mean that's not a surprise. We all kind of thought that about Inter. All right, let's move on to the first game of Sunday. All right, this is the game Gio was waiting for this one. So Sassuolo hosted Atalanta, and well, let's just say things got spicy in the second half. That's when things finally turned Atalanta's way. Of course, outstanding performance from CDK. Didn't even look like the same player. Where's this guy been? Had a couple of great opportunities. He was linking up with Scamacca. He had a couple of chances, hit the post. I think got saved another one before finally getting a header across the line. And thank God for goal line technology. Otherwise, it could have been possibly never given. But the ball does cross the line. CDK and his teammates celebrate. Good for him. And then another one of their substitutes ends up getting a second goal towards the end. I believe in extra time. And that was the end of the game. So come on. Get it out. I know you're ready to just, have fun about CDK. But is this more, let's not get sidetracked on Milan. Let's talk about Atalanta and how they played. What's your opinion?
No, Fabio was end to end and stuff like that. But you know what's going to happen to Sassuolo this year? They're going to miss their gunman, Berardi, man. I don't think he was even on the pitch. But you know what? Atalanta, they created a lot of chances. And I'm not going to, I don't know, with CDK, the reason he's still our player, Fabio, because he's only on loan. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's not an obligation to buy. So I really hope he does good so we don't lose no money. That's how I'm going to keep it with him. Did you see when he didn't even know he scored the goal? He was like, bro, I got a good header. And what's his name? Is it Consigli?
Mm-hmm.
It was like, oh, man. And then, bro, everybody's celebrating because the ref was like, going like that. And then CDK is like lost, man. So hopefully that gives him his confidence. He scores against every top team except for us, and then he gets sold and we'll be fine. But I think he's going to do great there. And Atalanta look like a force to be reckoned with once again. They reinforce with players that we don't even know, like Sortea. Did you know about him, Fabio? He just come in and they come in and they do what they have to do.
No,
that's that Gasparini.
You're my scout. If you didn't hear about it, I don't hear about it. That's how this works. All right, let's go on to the next one. All right, next slide. Let's start. All right, here's where it gets fun when the Roman teams start playing. All right, so Roma take on Salernitana, and this one was pretty interesting because Belotti looked pretty lively in the beginning. He had a goal waved off, I believe, in the first 5 minutes, and then doesn't really matter because about 5 or 10 minutes later, he actually gets on the score sheet, and this one they don't wave off. Belotti looked pretty good, man. He looked good until Andrea Candeva showed everybody that he's 37 years young, and he's playing some of his best ball. I mean, this guy scores a great first goal, and then he says, oh, you thought that one was all right? Hold my beer. Watch this. And he does a miraculous second goal, a little touch back to him, leaves Cristante out there open and just bangs it. I mean, what a great game for him. But, of course, Roma ends up salvaging a point by Belotti again in the 82nd minute. So Belotti on both sides great performance for him. Didn't even, the El Gallo's back, man. The Rooster didn't have no goals last year. He put up a donut like CDK, but he's on the board, 2 goals. I mean, it's a different season, man. What'd you see? Of course, Mourinho wasn't there. He was suspended. So they had one of their assistant coaches on the bench. But what was your opinion of this game?
To me, Fabio, I must say this was the game of the week. It was crazy, Fabio. Condrera doing his thing, turning back the years, and Gaio getting on the sheet. Maybe now he's worth 100 million, like Cairo wanted back from us back in the day. It was good, Fabio. This game is just straight entertainment for us, bro. Like it's fun. Just a meltdown from the Roma team and everything. But it was a great game, Fabio. I'm not even gonna lie. It's one of them.
It was a good one.
And you gotta have the popcorn with you, Fabio. You gotta have the popcorn with you because you're just laughing at stuff. You're seeing Condreva score wonder goals, and you're like, "What the heck is going on?"
Yeah, and they say 37-year-olds can't play no more.
Yeah, this game for me, Fabio, was the game of the week because it has so much going on. I loved it.
I'd agree with that too. It was with the goals being taken off, and it was exciting to say the least. The other game, well, it looked like Lazio was going to take care of Lecce, and it seemed like that at first. Immobile had his first goal. He's on the board. He has a great opportunity for a second one, doesn't bury it. And in the second half, Lecce just keeps growing and growing and growing in confidence, having opportunity after opportunity after opportunity until finally they break through in the last 10 minutes. And not only do they break through, they break Lazio's spirit with a second goal less than 2 minutes later. I mean, unbelievable. Lecce is starting with 3 points, Lazio with a 0. What was your opinion of this one?
Fabio, all I can remember is seeing that picture of Steve. He looked like he was shot, bro. After the 2 goals go in, it's like, boom. They tie the game in the 85th minute, and then boom, 2 minutes later, boom, it's gone. And he's like, what the heck is going on? Bro, like the 2 Roman Cubs. Like when you're watching that, Fabio, you just get the popcorn out because it's going to be an entertaining one. And you know what? Shout out to Lecce, man. They came up and they did what they had to do. They have tricky wingers. Banda, he's tricky. He's small. He has pace. Stravezza, another like quick and spaces type of guy. And they have an interesting team and stuff like that. And their team, I think they won the Primavera championship this year, to be honest with you. So they're gonna have like talent always coming up, but it was just crazy game to see that. Lazio were doing their thing for a majority of the game, and then boom, Lecce, boom, 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 boom. But that's Calcio. Calcio's a humbler, man. You think that you're gonna get the 3 points, and then boom, you lose all 3. It's crazy, but I like that. Thank you, Roman clubs. We love the entertainment.
Yeah, definitely. It's good to see the Roman clubs be a bit, or the dysfunctional sides. All right, let's get to the battle of the black and white kits. Udinese hosted Juventus, but they basically gave this game up in the first 3 minutes. Stupid early mistake gave Chiesa an easy chance, and he buried it to give Juve the lead. Vahalovic converted a penalty to give him an even bigger lead before Rabiot finished off the game in extra time of the first half. Second half was nothing to watch. Juve coasted 3-0. There's a lot of people losing their mind over a 3-0 victory over Udinese, saying Juve's back. Let's all relax. What say you about the black and white club?
Fabio, let's be honest with you. They won because Udinese made those mistakes. I mean, they didn't really look impressive. People want to say the score, there's the new Allegri. He's playing attacking football. Calcio, he's doing all this and he's running Cambiaso. He's the number 1 starter for the Azzurri. No. The number 1 starter for the Azzurri is Udogie. He plays at Spurs. But it's Udinese's 2 mistakes, and that's it. That's Juve's thing. You give them a mistake, Fabio. It's been like this for forever with Juve. Like if you make the mistakes, they capitalize on them, and then they go on to win the game. They could win that game 1-0, make it ugly and everything like that. But it wasn't that they were spectacular to what I was seeing. I just seen that Udinese made the 2 mistakes, and then they capitalized, and game over, bro. Because when you're trying to score one goal to get to half the deficit all the time, you're always going to leave space, and it is what it is. But Juve, they don't scare me. Let's see. Let's see how they play against the big boys.
I agree. But you have to say a good start for them. Listen, Udinese did not look sharp, and Juventus took advantage of it. Let's talk about the final other game that began before our game, which was the final game of the Monday afternoon. We had Torino hosting newly promoted Claudio Ranieri led Calgary. Calgary? Calgary, Alberta, Canada is like I like to call them. Torino had a late chance to steal all 3 points, but they were denied by the keeper, Boris Ranuvic. You pronounce that goddamn last name. But anyway, their goalkeeper kept them out. Decent point. Only promoted side that actually walked away with a point was Claudio Ranieri's team. So, any opinion on this one?
I think that's just Jurich, man. Like if you watch every game, like Jurich before he plays us, he always loses or he draws the game to motivate the team that they need to pick up points. I think it was gritty game, Fabio. Like those are Calgary's not gonna be no pushover, and that's what I saw in this game. They're not gonna have, they have a tough. I can't believe, to be honest with you, Nandes. When I saw him there, a lot of people. I think he plays for Uruguay, and he starts for the national team, and he was in Serie B with them. So, man, shout out to them. But you're gonna see that they're not gonna be any pushovers, Fabio. Like, it was just a tough game, ugly to watch. But it is what it is, man. George, I think that's what George does, Fabio. He's just getting ready for us.
Yeah. All right. So this is the match day standings here. Fiorentina technically in first, Juventus in second, Napoli third. Look, we're in the top four. Yay! Atalanta 5, Inter 6, Lecce 7, Verona 8, and then Roma, Salernitana, Calgary, Torino, and then Lazio and everybody else. Just from what you see, do you think, and we can't really even discuss it honestly right now. It's one weekend. Let's not get into who we think is going to be bottom three. We'll come back to that like 4 or 10 matches in, and we'll get there. That's the end of this segment. Thank you for watching. Let's skip over. All right, that segment was sponsored by Fubo TV. Fubo, the home of Fubo TV, the home of Serie A in Canada. Subscribe. It's in the description. All right, baby, let's keep it moving. Now, we got the rumor mill. Before we get to the rumor mill, special shout out, because you're an LA guy. He's my favorite player. Special shout out. Happy birthday in heaven, Kobe Bryant. He was a Milanista. His birthday. Is it today or tomorrow, G? I think it's...
No, it was today, Fabio. The whole mural, everything was coming out and everything. So, shout out Mamba, man.
Shout out Mamba, man. Missed every day. All right, let's move on to the next one. Here we go. We got the rumor mill. And what's churning on the rumor mill? Well, let's welcome San Pellegrino. Marco Pellegrino just announced, I believe, yesterday, right? He's our new center back. He's going to be with the team this week. So what say you about this guy? You have any insight on him? Any tidbits you picked up from that app you watch?
Nah, Fabio, I don't really know nothing about them. Like I told you, when was the last time Argentina had a great world a defender?
I know
it hasn't been. I know they won the World Cup. That was just because Messi was running riot on all these people. But to be honest with you, I don't know nothing about. But he said he's like Sergio Ramos, so that means he's gonna be getting a lot of red cards and yellow card, because that's what Ramos said. That's what he said in his interview today. I'm not gonna hate on the kid. I mean, I love everybody that comes to play, but the only problem that I have is if he gets minutes over Simmons, that's when I have the problem, because then why are we spending all this money with the Primavera if we can't give him a chance? This guy's not even playing in the top 6 teams in Argentina. We're giving him a chance. I'm not gonna shit on him. I'm gonna see what he has to offer. But if Simmons can't get minutes and he gets minutes, and that means that we have a problem brewing, because we're stockpiling on talent. Just to not use him, and that's not good. That counts against the books too.
Well, so he's kind of the guy that's replacing Gabia. Gabia left. We have a spot. We're bringing him in as a center back
Shout out Gabia.
Shout out Gabia, looking pretty good over there at Villarreal. So, all right, let's get to the next subject here. Krunic, your favorite topic. Supposedly, Fenerbahce will submit today a new bid to AC Milan to try to sign Rade Krunic. The last one was about, what does it say, 5 and 2 million bonus, has been rejected because Milan asked for at least 12 for the midfielder, who's been an important role in Pioli's plans for Krunic, ready to a contract until 2027, which is about $3.5 million. So what say you about the Krunic Green New Deal?
The problem I have with Krunic, bro, like, okay, everybody, if y'all love our Krunic, I need to see all 3 jerseys that came out this year. I need you to buy them all. I need you to tag me in them. And I need no. Like let's talk about you calling this guy King Krunic. Krunic is this, Krunic is that. I put my money where my mouth is. I like a player. I buy jerseys. Okay, I buy Chow. You know, I can name them. You know, Romagnoli when he was here, I bought like 10 of them. You know, so if y'all really calling him King Krunic, because we need to make money back from him. So all you guys that love him call King Krunic that he deserves 3.5 mil. So you telling me this guy is worth more than Magic Mike? I don't care that we're gonna renew Magic Mike. We're gonna do this. No. Magic Mike hasn't renewed yet. Okay, so you telling me a okay player is gonna get more than Magic Mike? Make that make sense. So I already know that he's gone in the summer, because if he sees Krunic, an okay player, get 3.5 million, he's gonna want 7 million net, and their club is not gonna give him. I know Pioli, you love him, but come on now, man. Like this is starting to get ridiculous. Let him go. Let him do what he has to do, and that's it. If he doesn't want to be here, let him go. That's all. But 3.5. Look at right now what's happening with Ballo Torre. We've had 2 agreements, one with Fulham and one with Werder Bremen. But what happens? He doesn't want to leave. Give me time. Oh, no, I don't want to go. They're just here. Krunic, at this age, he's not going to get any better. He's going to go on a massive... So imagine trying to get rid of him when Pioli's gone, or maybe say, like, let's just give an example. Pioli wins Scudetto, Champions League this year. Maybe he wants to take a sabbatical. You think the next manager is going to want to keep Krunic? So do you tell me in 2 years what club is going to want to pay him 3.5 million plus play a transfer fee?
Yeah,
Montolivo. Remember Montolivo? He didn't want to leave. Remember Biglia? It was hard to get rid of Biglia.
Yep.
Remember Rade Krunic? Not Rade Krunic. Ante Rebic. We basically had to give him for free so he could get his salary over there in Turkey. And then remember Bakayoko? 2.5 million net. He said, "Nah, I'd rather collect my check." So
I'd rather fall asleep with my pink hat on the bench.
Yeah. So anybody that's saying that this is King Krunic, tag me, Instagram, Twitter, even if you need me to download TikTok. I need to see all 3 jerseys of this year with Krunic on the back. If not, you're full of shit.
I agree. Speaking of, this blends into the next segment. Players that won't leave. Origi and Salamakers supposedly on their way out finally. There's rumors going around. What have you heard? Do you think this actually happens this last week?
With Salad, like, I know he's not good, right? I know he's not good, but how he's been done is crazy, bro. Like, okay, I said I didn't want him after he couldn't take off his pants and come on versus the Spurs game. But the way that you're treating this kid is like, bro, like, really? He's 10 times better than fucking Krunic. That's saying a lot, to be honest with you. And then, like, now Origi's getting the point. Like, maybe he knows that Saudi's gonna offer him 12 million. Bro, the offers have been there. And even with Origi, even if we sell him for 1 million, we're making a profit. So as long as we get the salary off of him, the books, it looks like Sally, he's going to Real Betis. But he said he doesn't want to go to Real Betis. He says he wants to go Premier League. So these guys are gonna hopefully be out. If that's good, Fabio, because that's what, like 5 million net saved, probably 5.5 million net saved. That would be good for us.
Yeah, we need honestly, these guys are not in the plans. They're still rumored to be looking for another striker. So let's make room, get rid of them. This is why, kind of rolling back on the Krunic thing, listen, you're on contract. There's no guarantee. We need to give you more money. And if you're not a player for the future, and this is a player that only Pioli likes, and he's just a depth guy anyway, why are we giving him even more money? When we want to move on from him, he's never going to leave. Why would you leave? Why would you go to another place where you can sit where you are, just exercise and make $3 million a year? You know, there's no incentive. So I'm happy these guys hopefully are leaving, but let's not count our chickens before they're out the goddamn door. All right, baby, let's move on to the next one. All right, listen, if you want to be a part of the show, you got to be a part of Patreon. All right, let's get our questions from the Patreon members. First one comes from my friend Johnny Boy, a lab gorilla himself, who hopefully will get to listen to this tomorrow morning. We love you, John. We always joke with the banter back and forth. But to us both, he's asking, who scores more goals this season, Pulisic or Chukwueze? Gio, I ask you.
As what I'm seeing right now is Pulisic because he's the starter. If you give me 10 games and Chukwueze replaces him, or we go back to the 4-2-3-1, and then I would just say they're both. But Pulisic, he can score a lot of goals. He shows it with the U.S. men's national team, and Chukwueze, he had his best season last year. I think 11 goals and 10 assists. I don't care who scores more, but right now I'm leaning towards Pulisic to score more. But if they both can give us 20 GA, we'll be off the roof, Fabio. We'll be doing something special this year.
I think if we get one of them to give us that high amount, we're going to be balling most likely because you're going to get stuff from Leao. For me, I would lean that Chucky's actually going to have more goals. I think when he has a chance to play, Pulisic is going to get more assists, I think. That's just my opinion. All right, let's go to the next question. Goes from our boy Shane O'Brien, Shane O'Mac, as I like to call him. Live from Spain, Shane. He said, do you guys think Okafor is going to be used as a number 9 for the remainder of the season? And if so, how effective is he going to be? I guess that kind of depends on if we actually try to sign another striker. If Colombo gets sent out on loan, if we go and pick up other center forwards out there. If not, for me, I'm pretty confident he's going to be Giroud's backup. And hopefully when he gets his opportunity to start a few games, he shows why he could be a solid competition for that position. What do you think, G?
I think Pioli seeing him in training, seeing that he could do the number 9, hold up the ball and stuff like that. Look, last couple of videos that have been coming out of training have shown Okafor just rinsing our defense and stuff like that, which is not good on our end because that means our defense needs to get better on the training pitch. But I just hope that I think if we could keep Giroud fresh, like say we're winning the game 1-0, and then like we sub out Giroud at the 60th minute, then Okafor gets time, and then we see what he could do. I think what I like is the depth. It's going to keep people fresh. Because even say Chukwueze could come in, and then Pulisic could go to left wing. I think what I like about the players that we find, especially Pulisic, and I don't say I'm a bandwagoner right now.
Now you're Captain America fan.
No,
right?
not like what I like about Pulisic and Okafor. They could play 2 different positions. So or Pulisic more like 3 because he could play false 9, he could play cam, and then he could play left wing. And now we're seeing that he could play right wing. So like 3 to 4 positions. And Okafor could play striker and left wing. So we can see that we're starting to get players that could play multiple positions, and that's good, to be honest, because only when we come back from January, we're gonna get the pit bull back in the team. That's gonna be making us every stronger. So
it's gonna make us extra strong. Absolutely. All right, so let's go to the next comment. This one's from Ryan Percy. He said, "Ciao ragazzi, great first win. Excuse me. We were definitely sloppy, but I will take it. Also, how refreshing is to see it when our left side is not firing. We have other weapons that can provide service and score. I thought Leao and Teo were underwhelming, but that finally it did not matter." I would agree, man. It's not much of a question. It was very refreshing to see. Very happy that the right side and our striker were able to generate goals for us. And honestly, this needs to be more of something we expect, because they're gonna put pressure on the left side. It's there. It can't always be Leao, and it's not always going to be the right side. So it needs to be a balance. But it's great to see that Milan were able to turn out a victory with the right side performing well, man. Anything to add to his comment?
Nah, man, I think we have weapons now, Fabio, and that's
Yep.
good because we need to be competing for the leagues. I think like Cardinale was at the game and he says that he wanted to see how the team was doing because he wants the team to dominate, and that's good. I mean, whatever you think of the owner or not, but if he's coming out saying that he wants us to dominate and he's putting in money and doing all this stuff,
Yeah,
and that's
definitely.
that's gonna be awesome.
Definitely. All right. So the last one is not really a comment, a question. It's just a comment from our boy Vince Mancini. What's happening, gentlemen? How nice it is to say we have our beloved Milan back. I have to say I'm fairly impressed with our first outing. With this first game, it was great to see some of the proper interplay, one-touch football, and the speed to adapting to a new formation. There was some off-season rust in the first match, but you can already see some of the positive chemistry being created between so many new players. This will only improve with more games. I just want to say people need to stop giving Oli Giroud slack. Sure, he may not be a modern number 9. The pace may not be there, but he has hands down been an amazing representation of Milan, solid goal scorer, and a great leader to so much young talent. I'm really excited to see the chemistry grow between him and Captain America. And you know what? They've had that. They've had it from Chelsea, so it's only going to get better. Even with ass cheek right next to him, slap between the sides. These guys know how to play well together. And just wait until the other American gets into the fold. I'm telling you, Musa's something special, man. You guys are sleeping. You didn't believe in him. Trust me, the Americans are cooking up something you're going to want to eat, baby. All right, so those are the questions, G. Anything else to put with for Vince's comment?
No, man, I think everybody's just happy, because
Absolutely.
we did a good. We didn't play like the whole game excellent, but we went first 45 minutes. We looked how we looked, and now when we start getting our legs and everybody's fit, like Tajani is, you're gonna see the quality. And to me, I'm
Absolutely.
expected for Musa by the end of the 10th game to have Kunish cry on the bench. To be honest with you, I think Musa, even though he's raw, he has a lot of talent, Fabio, and I love his talent. And what I like from him is that he could cover a lot of room because he's fast and he could cover ground in a lot. So that's going to help us with our defense too.
Definitely.
If you have a fast player, he could keep up with him. So I can't wait.
All right, let's get to our next segment. The boys, they like to do brioskis and indigestions. For us, we're changing it a little bit. You love to see it. So we're going to name something we love to see. G, I'm going to let you go second because I got mine queued up. You know what I'd love to see, G? Oh, this past week, I love to see the club back. There it is, the Football Factory. Look how many people on a Monday in the afternoon coming out, skipping out from work, telling school I'm not coming in today. You'll love to see. You know what I love to see even more? SoCal in the building, G. Who visited us? What was his name? Because I don't know. Tell us, G.
It was Paul. Shout out to Paul, man. He was out there doing his thing, man. Shout out to him, man. Big up Paul and for representing the club and everything. And thank you always, New York City. Every time I reach out to Franco, he's always there, and I'm always letting him know, you know what, somebody else is gonna go over there. Same thing happened with Jonathan. And bro, this is making me jealous because I love New York City, man.
Do you? Do you?
Yeah, I love New York City.
I don't know.
Before I had the babies.
If you love it, you'll visit
every
it.
3 months. Fabio, I was there every 3 months before I had the babies, but it is what it is. But always, what I love to see is the love that each club gives to each other when you go visit them. They welcome in, they feel like you're a member, and that's what I love to see. It's like whether like you went to Boston, they showed you that like you were part of them. Like me, I'm a Milan club SoCal member, but I'm also a Boston. Like shout out to Mark Strupa and his thing. I'm a Montreal, I'm a Dublin. You feel me? I'm a Phoenix too. So That's what I love. Like everybody's always on Twitter saying it's a cesspool, or now it's X. But you know what? You meet a lot of good people, and to be honest with you, shout out to Nico, man, because he's growing something out there in the West Coast, out there in the desert.
No, don't shout out. You come visit him, all right? You come visit him, all right? We got a perfect game for you to come visit. All right, so that's our love to see it. You're going to see it every week when we do our segments. No more brioskis for us. We love to see shit, and we're going to tell you about it. We usually don't do this segment, but since we didn't have a show on Monday, Bustate, Calcio, X Tweets, or whatever we want to call this stupid website, it's back. All right. Of course, our is he an intern? I'm not quite sure. Jan, I don't know. He's saving Canada one tweet at a time. So let's see what he churned up
He's
here.
He's saving Canada one bagel at a time.
One bagel at a time. All right, let's increase this so I can see what the hell's going on here. All right, maybe Juventus Scudetto picks weren't so wild after all. At Bonetti. I mean, come on, man. First, I know you're going to go off on a long tirade just about Bonetti himself. But Matteo, man, I met you in person, bro. What the hell is this? I know you work for CBS and stuff like that, man. But what kind of, excuse my language, dick riding is this? All right? You're a Milanista. All right? Don't go so hard about Juve. Yeah, they won, but they beat Udinese. What the hell is this? This is busted, man. You know what? That's because he keeps wearing these damn Juventus and Napoli jerseys on Paramount Plus. Come on, bro. They give you a chance to wear a jersey and you don't put a Milan one on? This is despicable. What say you, G?
Fabio, I know like his job is to be unbiased, but bro, like he's been representing Juve. He's been representing Napoli like all summer long. Like, bro, I mean, come on now, bro. Like, he used to go to the games when he was a little kid. Like, what kind of blasphemy are you doing now, bro?
I don't know.
Like, represent the club. Like, I understand. Like, look, I'm gonna give it to y'all like this. Like, I love the Azzurri. I'm a Azzurri fan. Y'all know my family's from El Salvador. They suck. I know they ain't never gonna be to World Cup. I'm honest. So since '94, I love the Azzurri. You know what? If you want to wear Buffon and Chiesa and all that, buy for the national team. That's fine. Like, I'm not going to be ashamed to, tell you right now, I got the 2006 World Cup Finals shirt, but I have Materazzi on the back. He's an Interista de mierda, but at least it's with the Azzurri, you feel me? I'm not going to be putting an Inter Materazzi jersey. That's despicable. And I don't know, he's getting out of hand. I asked him for the link because that Napoli jersey, I mean, I thought it was on the Milan website, but he never sent it to me, to be honest with you. Matteo, man, I mean, I don't know. We got to pull that Milan card away from you. Maybe you have to be like a fan that just loves every team, to be honest with you.
I mean, come on. I get it. You can't be a homer because you're working, but all right, let's not hang on. Matteo's made his bed. He's sleeping in it. He's a luxury bed. It's all right. Let's move on. All right, here. Oh, boy. Here we go. Presidente, this must have hurt to find this one. IFTV, their official Twitter page says the secret signing Juve made, which has made them better, made them become a more attacking side. And it may only be one game in, but Juventus look like a team with a different mindset. They're attacking and pressing like we didn't see them last year under Allegri. Hold on, because this stupid thing is blocking. Tutto Sport writes that the most, I can't see it. Gee, can you read it? Because I can't see it. This stupid thing is in the way.
The most concrete change has been Allegri's staff, where he got Francesco Magninielli, the man bringing the intensity into the attacking phase for Juventus.
Oh, so this guy, he's doing it all. That's what they're saying. That's what IFTV says. If it wasn't for Francesco here, he's caused all the players to play well on the field. You know what's interesting? That Francesco actually made Udinese play like shit because they're so attacking now. This guy's who wrote this? What Juventine has gotten drunk on the website of IFTV? Come on, man.
Fabio.
Damn, I know Marco's a Juventine, but even whoever's running the page too? Holy shit. Where's Antonio when you need
really
him?
That good? If he was really that good, Fabio, then why didn't he get the job instead of Spalletti? Like, if he's that good, he's a new generation of Calcio. Why didn't he get the job, Fabio? If he's that so good?
I don't know. I mean,
we need new blood. We need new blood, and he's new blood, but he chose to be with you.
listen, if this guy comes out that in like a year, 2 years, he ends up coaching some big club, fine, we'll eat our words. But right now, this sounds ridiculous. It's completely stupid, but it's IFTV, so everybody has to give him a pass. Whoever's running this page, get a grip, all right? All right, here we go. The next one is John Alfonso Ponzo. The name just kills me. At John Alfonso. All right, it says, Una volta il Milan comprava Stam, Diego Silva. I can't see what the hell the other one says. Cafu, Kaká, per non parlare de Sheva, Pirlo, Bonucci, Inzaghi. And now we're on. Okay, so this is basically saying Milan used to buy players like Stam, Thiago Silva, Cafu, Kaká, and even players like Sheva, Pirlo, Inzaghi. I don't know why you put Bonucci in there. I don't know what the hell that's about. And basically scoffing at the idea that we're going after Pellegrino. Where is Milan? That's what they're asking. But again, sometimes have you seen the rest of the people we picked up? Because I think this is what he's like identifying the last center back that we bought here, not identifying that we bought two right wingers. We have a completely revamped midfield with what seems to be solid players. We sold a player who, yes, we did not want to sell, but he was a record signing sale for us. So, what is this guy talking about? Is this guy out of his damn mind? Somebody's saying, is he an Interista? I don't know. I'm not quite sure.
Fabio, look, this tweet don't make sense. Look,
it doesn't.
Okay, Stam, he was well known, but nobody knew who Thiago Silva was. Let's be honest. Cafu, yeah, because he was balling out at Roma. But Kaká, he was bought in for a little bit of money. He was talented, but nobody knew him. Sheva, he balled out Dinamo Kyiv, so everybody knew him. And then Bonucci, I mean, we knew Bonucci, but come on now, bro.
Why is
this? If you would have said, I mean, this don't make sense because he's putting in ballers in with unknowns like Thiago. Probably the only person that I would say that out of our friend group that knows that would know Thiago Silva and Kaká before they hit the States, before they hit Italy, would be Timmy, and he would have to say that they were good. But I never heard of no Thiago Silva saying that he was balled up, but maybe because there wasn't no outlets like that. So, and Kaká too. You know what? That if Kaká was really that built, bro, they would have sold him for a lot of money, to be honest with you. And I think we paid $8 million. If not, shout out my buddy Facebook Frank. He'll let me know that I'm wrong on the price. But these other players, they were already established. Stam, Ferguson said that he didn't want of them. And then Savicevic, man, I don't remember. But all these other players, we know that they was balling, Fabio. But Thiago Silva and Kaká, I don't remember, Fabio, to be honest with you. But I don't know. Just give he sound like Gio, but I wouldn't put these players like that. I would just say so we're giving up, we're buying Pellegrino instead of the water, and we're not playing Simic. But I don't know. This guy, I don't know. He's crazy. He's mentioning legends.
Yeah, I know. What? He went with legends, and then he threw Bonucci in there. Unnecessary. So he might win just for doing that. All right, so that's it. Out of our three, we got this drunk guy drunk texting here, whatever he's talking about, because he doesn't like San Pellegrino Warner. Then this one, this is Juventism's run amok. Another one, get a grip, IFTV. And then over here, Bonetti's just, I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's trying to get his Milan card revoked. So I don't know. Which do you think is our winner of the week?
I'm going to go with the Juve, Fabio, because if Udinese doesn't do those two mistakes, I know they wouldn't do those two mistakes versus Milan, versus Inter.
Hold on, no. But which Juve? There's two Juve tweets.
No, I'm doing the Matteo Bonetti. I'm thinking I'm doing that one, bro. Come on now. Come on. If you're picking them, especially with Chiesa and then Allegri wanting to give away Chiesa and Vlahovic, come on, bro. After one game and stuff like that. A lot of people are saying oh, CDK, this and this and all this. Come on now. We need to see Juve. And I don't know. They scamming, so I don't believe nothing that they're selling, Fabio. I don't care who's selling it. If it's coming from Juve, it looks corruption to me and scamming to me. Manetti trolling. Okay, well he's trolling, so we're not trolling. We're putting him up in the busted couch of winners.
All I know is that if Milan win the Scudetto, don't come out with your jersey then, all right? Yeah. Because you had your chance to wear it when we were struggling a little bit last season. You didn't want to wear it. You wear your Buffon. You wore Napoli this year. Give me a break. You should be wearing the red and black.
You wear Middlesbrough too, but that's because of his wife. But
hey, we don't talk about that, G. All right, you stay out of the family stuff.
Nah, but he not. I don't see him with a Milan though. We need to see him with a Milan to know.
I don't know why. All right, let's go. We're an hour and 15 minutes in already. Parting shots, G. Let's start it up. What's your parting shot?
Parting shots. We back, baby. I mean, we're excited for the season. Like I say all the time, I want to thank everybody, man, that tunes into me and Fabio. This is a dream of us being on the channel. It's crazy to see how we're growing, to see everybody grow, and I just love everybody for always joining me. And I just want to say, if you in New York City, you know where to be at Legends.
You're a son of a. You're stealing my parting shot.
Okay, hold on. Okay, my bad. I'm not mentioning New York City. Fabio doesn't
mention your own club. You got two spots.
I was gonna mention a lot of things. Shout out to Boston. They're at Ducali's. They're gonna be at Ducali's. Shout out Montreal. They're gonna be at Chicharo's. Shout out to Vinny. He's gonna bring you fresh bagels. And then shout out to Dublin. They're always at the Woodshed. And shout out my club. We're gonna be at 2 locations this week. You know, we're global now. After the preseason, we're global. We have to split. We're gonna be Orange County and we're gonna be a Los Angeles area. So we're gonna be at the original Fox and Hounds and at McAllen's.
All right. So which one is Cardinale in, Cardinale out? Is that why you guys split? Is there
no, we're not splitting because a lot of people when you're like in LA, you're not like in New York. You could get a train and you'll be there in 45 minutes. You know, out here it's different. Like people can live in San Diego and everything like that. And I really, so shout out to my club. We're going to do it big, but I just wanted to mention the other clubs. Now I know not to mention New York City. Sorry, Beppe.
You're killing me here, bro. I have the whole ad and everything. Don't steal my parting shot. All right, guys.
Look at what Anthony said. Fabio, that's what it is.
California freeways are tough as fuck. I got that. All right, guys. So also, like Gio was rudely jumping the gun on me. Milan Torino live, 2:45 Eastern time in New York City at the Football Factory in the Legends. Please come check it out, West 33rd Street. If you're in the area, go visit the club, go visit the bar. The boys will be in attendance. It's a great atmosphere. Our Presidente Remo always gets the crowd going. Franco Capitano is probably going to be there. Go say what up. See if there's merch. Just support the club, support the bar. That's always my parting shot. Thank you to everybody in the chat being here with us. We're about an hour and 20 minutes. I think that is about enough. Gee, just a little programming news here. Me and Gio are actually not going to be together for the next couple of shows, but show support because Gio's still going to be holding it down. I'm going to be visiting my wife's motherland, so I'm not going to be in the country. I'm going to miss games. I'm going to be definitely missing the Torino game. I'm going to be on the plane. And then the Roma game, we're going to have a special, hopefully Gio can coordinate, Friday night, coast to coast, because we're also going to have the Champions League draw happening, if not that day, the day before. So there's going to be a lot of content coming. Also, Monday night, Vinny and Steve will be back with this season premiere of the Milan Weekly Podcast show on Monday night. So definitely don't miss it. Anything else, G, before we peace out?
Nothing, baby. It's going to be a special season, baby. I feel it. I feel it in the air. Shout out to Vinny Siegel.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you. If you're watching, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, support us on Patreon as well. All of that, guys, thank you so much for watching. We've been Milan, coast to coast. Peace out, everybody.